2009, a man named Joe Cummings was living in a New York City apartment when he started to notice food in his refrigerator was going missing. Joe led a very hectic lifestyle and did not spend that much time in his apartment, so he thought perhaps, I've been in a rush lately and I've been eating more food than I realize. He started paying more attention to how much he was eating, and whenever he put food back in the fridge, he was really aware of just how much was left when he put it back in. But over and over again, he'd take the food back out again, and it was like someone had eaten another 25% of what he had left. It quickly got to a point where he could not rationalize why the food was missing. He knew it wasn't him, so the only other person it could be would be his girlfriend, who did live with him, but she never touched his food. But since there was no one else to ask, he went up to his girlfriend and said, "Are you eating my food?" And she at first was just really confused because she hadn't heard about this, and then was like, "No, I'm not touching your food. I have my own food. I don't eat your food." As convincing as she might have been, Joe was kind of backed into a corner. There was no other reasonable explanation for why the food was missing. So he decided he would set up a hidden camera in his kitchen to catch his girlfriend eating his food. So that day he went out and got a camera, came back, set it up, made sure it worked, and then he hit record and went to bed. The next day, when he reviewed the footage, he knew immediately that it was not his girlfriend. Joe would post his hidden camera footage to YouTube in a video he called "Creeper in My Apartment." The video starts with Joe adjusting the camera so it's lined up the way he wants it. Then it fast forwards a couple of hours and you hear a sound coming from somewhere in the kitchen. And then this woman emerges out of the cupboard and very carefully extends her foot down to a table and gets down onto the kitchen floor and makes sure Joe has not hurt her. Afterwards, she goes into his fridge and she's drinking milk right out of the carton. And then at some point, Joe actually comes into the kitchen and she has to dive out of the way and hides from him. When he leaves, she gets up, she takes some food, and she goes right back up into the cupboard. The video ends with Joe walking into the kitchen the next morning, totally oblivious to what happened the night before, and going in his fridge and drinking from the same carton that she had drank from. When Joe reviewed the footage, he immediately called the police, who came over and they pulled her out of the cupboard and they arrested her. Joe believes she must have snuck in from the fire escape because it leads up to a window that he couldn't lock in the back of his apartment. And the police said that based on what they found in the space she was living in up in the cupboard, that she probably was there for at least 2 weeks. Here are some highlights from Joe's "Creeper in My Apartment" video. So that's going to do it, guys. Let me know what you thought of these 3 stories in the comment section, and I will pin the best comment at the top of the comment section. If you enjoyed today's video and you haven't done this already, please replace the like button's melatonin pills with caffeine pills. Also, please subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. If you want to get in touch with me, you can direct message me on Instagram or on Twitter. My username for both platforms is the same. It's just JohnBallen416. I also have a ton of content over on TikTok where my username is MrBallen. If you have a story suggestion, please submit it to our subreddit just called MrBallen. It's linked in the description below. So whether I see you on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube, or some combination, just know that I really appreciate your support. And until next time, that's going to do it, guys. See ya.